Last week on MasterChef Australia,
now's the time to unleash.
Callum faced off against celebrity chef Philippa Sibley.
It's, one of the best things I've ever done.
And the MasterChef journey ended for Kate and Adele.
I am proud with what I've done.
Tonight, 20 amateurs begin the week thinking outside the square.
What dark horrors lie inside the mystery box today?
Then they face the invention test.
Go, guys, chop, chop, let's go.
But will the pressure prove too much for some?
It was like all eyes were on me for some weird reason.
I don't like it.
At stake for the winner, the chance to work alongside the country's greatest chefs, a book publishing deal, $100,000 to make their culinary dreams reality, and the title of Australia's next MasterChef.
This morning we woke up, brand new week. Forget about the challenge, first things first, Courtney's 30th birthday.
Courtney. Never in my wildest dreams would I have thought that I'd be spending my 30th birthday at the MasterChef house. Bit of wax on that. And turning 30, I guess, is a good point to say now's the time to move on with something new.
Welcome back to the MasterChef kitchen. You're standing in front of a little box. It is the mystery box. It's easy to follow a recipe and to reproduce a dish, but to create a dish from what's inside there, that's the true test of a good cook.
Your dish needs to stand out. It needs to seduce us. Why? Because we will only taste 5 dishes. From those 5 dishes, we'll pick just one winner. If you win the Mystery Box Challenge, your prize will be to choose the core ingredient that everyone will have to use in the invention test later on today. So now, time to reveal what dark horrors lie inside the Mystery Box today.
Providing there aren't frog's legs, snails or foie gras in the mystery box, I'm going to be a happy little chicken.
Lift your lids.
Oh, that's... Your brains must be running 1,000,000 miles an hour, trying to think of combinations. What are you going to cook? How are you going to wow us? Beautiful duck breast, raspberries, Pinot, lavender, fennel, dark chocolate, bacon and red cabbage. And of course, underneath, a little pantry of ingredients. You don't have to use them all. The choice is yours.
So on the fragrance of that lavender, on the wing of that duck, let your imagination take flight and bring us a dish that will delight us and ignite our desire to see it as one of the 5 dishes we'll taste today.
There's all these things churning in my mind and, sort of thinking sweet, savoury, sweet, savoury. So there's a good mix of things to do sweet and savoury.
Right, guys, you have 45 minutes to produce the most beautiful dish ever. Your time starts now.
As always, my philosophy with this is to keep it simple. 45 minutes doesn't leave you much margin for error. So the dish that I'm going to cook today is glazed duck on a bed of seasoned cabbage with a raspberry sauce. There's nowhere else I'd want to be for my 30th, and I'm really happy to be spending it here. I decide to cook pancakes with raspberry cream and a lavender praline.
When you say pancakes, they're not crepes, they're not thin.
No.
They're going to be those sort of American hotcake style.
I separated the eggs and I whisked up the egg whites to try and get them a bit light and fluffy.
I look at that as a batter and I go, that looks absolutely perfect. That'll bubble up beautifully. Good luck, Courtney. Let's hope it works well.
I really want to cook a dessert today.
Matthew, so what are you doing? Tell us the dish.
I am doing a lavender-infused burnt English cream, and I'll serve it in a eggshell.
In little eggshells. I love it.
I'm just going to serve one in a little glass with some macerated raspberries.
Yep.
Serve it on the bottom, egg sitting in the raspberries.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to see that. I mean, it's important that that membrane comes out.
Yeah.
Wow, Matthew, get on with your custard.
Cheers.
Fiona, what are you cooking today?
Look, I'm just going to go with my gut, which was telling me chocolate and raspberries. So I'm doing kind of like a chocolate ganache tart, but I'm actually going to do a lavender cream as well. I'm hoping it'll be yummy.
With half an hour to go, you concerned you're going to have that blind baked in time?
No, it should be okay. I'm just doing a little one.
Sounds delicious.
Thank you.
It's nice that you picked a straight road, but it's all got to be perfect.
Hello.
Sky, are you creating something beautiful for us today?
I think so. I've got, basically I'm going to do a crispy duck with raspberries that'll be marinated in a lovely red wine sauce.
And what are you doing in the pan there? You're putting fennel fronds into the oil?
Yeah, I'm just doing little fennel fronds. I quite like that part of the fennel. There's a little bit of flavour and also a little bit of texture in them, so that'll be quite nice on the salad.
Where did you pick this idea up from?
I just thought of it just then.
Okay.
So.
You're so creative, Sky.
Thank you.
See you.
Goodbye now.
Wow, first challenge of the week, mystery box. We've got a nice mixture of sweets, you know, dessert and savoury, and it smells lovely in here. Good start.
It's a great start to the week. I think some really beautiful dishes. Matthew, he's done like the egg chauffoid in the shell.
Whether or not it'll come off for him, I don't know, but he's taken the inside of the egg out. He's made a lovely sort of English lavender custard. I think it's gorgeous. See how it comes out.
Gary, Claire's doing a really simple dish, but hopefully a dish that's going to taste amazing.
I think this plays into Claire's hands. She loves this type of food. She loves to take a simple product like duck and cook it really beautifully and just pair it up with a number of ingredients that, for her, just create a nice, simple, you know, fresh dish.
What about Sky?
Yeah, look, I like her ideas. You know, Sky's actually a good technician. When it comes to cooking duck perfectly, I reckon she'll take it out with a breeze. And she's fried off these little fennel fronds to boost the flavour. Love that. I love that sort of stuff. As always, time flies when you're having fun. You have 15 minutes to go.
Go, guys. Chop, chop. Let's go. Carrie.
Hi, George. How you going?
How you going?
So I'm doing a chocolate and raspberry souffle.
Yep.
And I'm going to do a lavender cream to pour in the middle.
Wow. Love a nice souffle. Very fussy, though. I love a nice souffle, but
Gary's
it's got to be, you know...
very fussy souffle.
Yeah, it's got to be really soft in the middle. It's got to have a kick-ass flavour of chocolate. It needs to be punchy, sweet, hit all the right notes. Best of luck.
So, fingers crossed.
Good luck,
Thank
Carrie.
you.
Don't underestimate the advantage of taking out the Mystery Box Challenge. It'll set you up for the week and put the rest of them behind you. You have 5 minutes to go.
That's right, guys. 5 minutes to go. Ding, ding. First round. Come on.
You're used to it by now. Again, we're down to the wire. 1 minute to go.
No fingerprints on the plates. Come on.
You have 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Tools down. Step away from your benches.
You've just had 45 minutes to complete today's mystery box. We're going to taste the 5 dishes that we believe are the best. When we call your name out, please come forward. The first dish up to the tasting table belongs to Matthew.
I'm really, really happy with my dish. I feel that it looks amazing, and I just hope the judges think the same.
Okay. Dirty glass. Very dirty glass, actually. Can I ask a question? Did you sterilise the egg?
I cleaned out the inside of it and
But
washed it out. I didn't
Didn't sterilise the outside? Because an egg comes out of a chicken, doesn't it?
It does.
Let's try. I get what you tried to do. You tried to make a brulee without it actually going into the oven. What you've done there is not cook it for long enough, or there's not enough eggs in there, so it's not thick, it's soupy.
I want to congratulate you on the flavour. It is runny, but it tastes really good. I get lavender, and it's beautiful. It's got a good balance of you know, sweetness. It's tasty. So well done, mate. Good stuff.
Thanks, George.
The reason why you're standing here is because that looks magnificently outlandish. It's a mark of you, again, thinking about how you played out food and trying to do something different, which has to be commended.
Thanks, Matt. I put up what I felt was a great dish. I went out on a limb and I wanted to show them something different and excite them.
The next person's dish would like to taste is Claire's.
Sure.
Come on, Claire.
Not expecting mine to be one of the dishes that's tasted, and definitely not expecting that at all.
It's one of the ducks in the room that is cooked almost perfectly. You've rendered the fat beautifully. It's nice and pink on the inside. Put on a very simple pickled cabbage. So you get this nice sort of sourness that breaks the fat in the duck, and then you get that lovely sort of raspberry sweetness in that syrup or vinaigrette around the outside. So I think that's clever cooking.
Thanks. I can't believe it. I'm pinching myself, but I'm wrapped.
The next dish that would like to taste belongs to Sky.
I looked down at my dish, and even if it was a mad scramble, I'm definitely proud of the way it looks.
Rock and roll, Sky. Rock and roll. It's delicious. I mean, perfectly cooked duck, a sauce that is gorgeous. I think the sauce is what just brings it all together. But what I love most is these fennel tops. They're crispy, they're flavoursome, and they add some great flavour there. A really clever dish. Well done, Sky.
Thanks very much.
I get some fantastic comments. I mean, that feels really, really good.
Next person to face the judges is Fiona.
I was nervous. I was really nervous. I thought, oh my God, what if they find something wrong with it?
This, for me, is the standout looking dessert because it looks immediately like you want to dive straight in. The shortness of the pastry, which has a kind of shortbread crumbliness to it, the intensity of that dark, rich chocolate ganache means it has to have some cream, to loosen it up. Tastes like butterflies just wandered across the lavender pinch and then come across and just wandered across the cream. So it's got a real waft of lavender, which is beautiful. Well done.
Part of me was really hoping that I might win this. Yeah, there was a little bit of, you know, patting on the back going on inside.
The last dish we'd like to taste belongs to Carrie.
To be picked out of 20 dishes to be tasted today, I feel really, really good, really positive, really happy.
Right. It's a really nice chocolate souffle. It's really light.
Yeah.
But what's really clever about this souffle is just the subtlety of that lavender cream. And it does something extraordinary to that chocolate. Just sort of lightens it and just sweetens it up slightly. So, yeah, really good. And it's nice to see a big smile on your face.
Thanks,
Well
Gary.
done.
To receive positive comments just made me feel so, so, so good.
Well, we've tasted the 5 best dishes in the Mystery Box Challenge.
In the end, we had to deliberate, and we deliberated over 2 dishes, a sweet and a savoury. Those 2 dishes belong to Sky and Fiona. Fiona, that was lovely, really, really nice. And the chocolate ganache was absolutely smooth as silk. Loads of cream, nothing wrong with that. It's good for your waistline. Sky, lovely tie-in of all those ingredients. You cooked that duck absolutely perfectly. The standout, though, that tied all those things together was that sauce. Really nicely done. Fantastic job.
Thank you.
However, in the end, we can only pick one dish. And the winner is Sky.
I am absolutely blown away. I mean, I just literally want to jump out of my seat and do one of these.
Sky, very rare in this kitchen with 3 pernickety people. Gary, George and myself are always looking at seeing what could be just a little bit better. Negatives on your dish? That's fantastic, fantastic.
If you felt like you failed to impress in the Mystery Box Challenge, you get another chance in today's main challenge, which is the invention test. If you win today's invention test, you get to cook off against one of the country's top chefs in the Celebrity Chef Challenge later on this week. If you win that, you win immunity.
Huge advantage if you win, you get the coveted immunity, which could save your backside in this competition.
We're looking for one winner, but we're also looking for the 3 least impressive dishes of the day.
You know, you've got to perform in these things, end up in the bottom 3, and you'll face elimination and could be going home.
I bet you're itching to know what the theme is for today's invention test. And it's an absolute doozy. It's probably the fastest growing cuisine in Australia. Spices are central to this cuisine. The theme for today's invention test is Indian.
I was born in India. We grew up in a spice shop. I'm excited that I've got the opportunity to show off my Indian talents.
Jimmy, we're expecting big things from you today. This is an interesting challenge. We're asking you to create a dish that evokes the essence of India.
Of course, what you need to know now is what the core ingredient is. Sky, you've earned the right to pick that core ingredient from the pantry and reveal to the rest of the contestants what they have to cook with. You ready?
Absolutely.
Let's go into the pantry.
I'd love to see a core ingredient which was health-based or something that's really quirky that no one else knows how to use.
Sky, you have 3 core ingredients to choose from. And the first core ingredient is chicken.
Okay.
Let's have a look at your second choice, and it is goat.
Oh, really? Wow.
Your third choice is
Be something good.
pulses. Chickpeas, yellow split peas, and 2 types of dal, a black dal and a white dal.
Sky, brain's ticking away, but you have to make a decision. You've got 3 core ingredients to choose from: chicken, the goat, and the pulses. Very, very crucial decision. Sky, what's it going to be?
It's a really difficult decision for me. I'm looking at the goat, I'm looking at the pulses, I'm looking at chicken. I've got to make a decision really quickly.
I was sure that if there was something weird or vegetarian that she'd pick that, so everyone was a bit nervous about what Sky might come out of that pantry with.
Sky, which 3 ingredients do you have to choose from?
I had to choose from chicken and also pulses and also goat.
I'm fairly confident she's picked pulses. She's a healthy person. She's going to go for something like that. I'll be very surprised if a meat is picked.
I've chosen goat.
I would never have picked that in a million years. Maybe Sky's cooked goat in the past. I know the Greek boys are going to be an advantage because Greeks love to eat goat.
Sky had a leisurely 5 minutes in the pantry. You, on the other hand, to choose your 10 ingredients, have a somewhat more frantic 2 minutes. However, you'll be allowed an unlimited number of spices to choose. Your 2 minutes start now.
So I've never made a curry with just 10 ingredients. My signature dish had 45 in them. I've got the curry in mind that I'm going to make. I need to get all the tomatoes, onions, ginger and garlic.
That's it, time's up, guys. Out of the pantry, let's go. Sky has picked goat as the core ingredient for all of you to cook with. You've each been into the pantry and picked 10 ingredients and as many spices as you wanted to create a gorgeous Indian-inspired dish.
Your time starts now.
We've got 90 minutes to cook something with our core ingredient, goat. The bottom 3 of the challenge will go into an elimination, and the winner gets the opportunity to go against a celebrity chef and hopefully win an immunity.
Everyone was probably expecting that I would choose pulses for the key ingredient today, but I'm really excited about the goat. I just hope I can pull it off. We'll see.
I decided that I'm going to make a dish called Goat Looks at Sweet Cardamom Curry. It's using a goat loin, and then I'm combining that with a sweet cardamom curry.
Jimmy.
George.
What are you cooking for us?
It's a spicy goat curry. I'm trying to miss it. What it is it's got tomatoes, onions, it's got all sorts of spice. I've got more spices under there too. I've got to take them out.
My dish is a Parsi goat curry. It's a goat curry cooked in a tomato-y based sauce, but at the end you finish it off with fried paneer.
Paneer is an Indian-style cheese. It's like a cottage cheese, if you're going to explain it.
It's got sort of consistency of halloumi in
it
ways.
does.
It's a bit squeaky.
Can I tell you, you're the one to beat.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Expectations are high.
I know.
I love a good curry.
Look,
and so far, every curry you've made, I've loved.
It was like all eyes were on me for some weird reason. Maybe because I was the only Indian in the room.
The dish that I've decided to make today is what I've called a light goat curry with 3-flavoured frozen yogurt, and some papadum praline. You know, I think there's 2 parts to this challenge. One is the Indian part and the other part's the invention, and I think invention's pretty important. You know, like if I'm just making a curry, it's not really inventive. Indians have been making that for years, so got to invent something, and this will be 3 different flavours of yogurt with a praline, which is very French.
Today I've decided to make a palak goat. I need to blanch the spinach and then blend it.
Indian is not my thing, of course.
Courtney.
George, Gary.
Bread.
Naan bread.
Naan
yes.
bread. Wow. What are you cooking for us?
So I'm making a goat salad. Mix up some spices with some fried eggplant and some yogurt and dress the goat in that, fry it off. May do little hors d'oeuvres on the naan bread with some sliced goat and the yogurt dressing on top.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I'm going to try and cook a lamb curry, and I'm going to treat it like lamb. I've cooked a few lamb curries before, so I'm hoping that goat and lamb are interchangeable.
So who do you like in the room?
I mean, look, Jimmy's the master. I'm excited to taste his.
The other guy I like, George, is Jonathan. He's putting some thought into it. He's actually making a sorbet or an ice cream out of the yogurt. What do you think of that?
Love it, absolutely love it. And he's thinking about textures here, you know, he's thinking about hot, cold, and that. He's a really thoughtful...
So he's got hot curry and cooling yogurt sorbet. Sounds absolutely delicious. Half an hour down and 1 hour to go.
Come on, guys.
Callum, tell us what you're cooking.
I'm just doing a goat curry with saffron rice and raita, but I'm going to try and make it really sort of fusion with modern Australian in the way I present it. I'm not going to present it.
Oh, that's scary. What does that mean? Tell me what that means.
So I was sort of envisioning with the rice, having like little mounds of the rice and little mounds of the raita, and sort of just leaving a lot of the sauce behind and just having little piles of the goat around the plate with some herbs.
Sounds very styled, doesn't it?
Yeah. You know what? Just be careful. All right. And it's all very well being styled, but you don't go back to restaurants for stylish food. You go back for tasty food.
Okay.
If there's ever a time to spice things up in the MasterChef kitchen, it's now. You have 45 minutes to go.
Come on, guys, you need to be cooking like a Bollywood dancer. Let's go. Dominic.
G'day.
How you going?
Not too bad.
What are you cooking?
It's a Madrasi style sort of curry. A lot of dry ingredients at the beginning.
You made it before?
Yeah, I have. Not with goat, though.
There's 30 minutes to go, and I'm going to put a dish up. I taste the goat, and it's chewy, so I'm worried that it's not going to break down in the next half an hour. So I'm not sure if the dish is going to be any good or not.
I think I should finish in time, but after Gary and George just have spoken to me, I'm now a bit nervous because the way I want to present the dish, they weren't overly thrilled about. But I think I still have to because otherwise it's just going to be a really basic curry.
A little bit frantic. I've got a few things ready. I'm about to start plating them up. I'm just going to put an extra naan bread in just in case the judges want to try something as they're coming around.
Spice Girls and Spice Boys, it's now curry in a hurry. You've got 15 minutes to go.
I'm thinking, well, at this point, I've got a dish. There's not much to the dish, but I'll have something plated up for the judges at least.
I definitely had an advantage coming into today's invention test, but also a lot of added pressure. 10 minutes to go, and I am out of control. The bench is an absolute mess, and I'm feeling really, really embarrassed at this point that there's a possibility that I mightn't even get the dish completed.
Now's the time to twist the throttle on the world's fastest Indian. You have 5 minutes to go.
Come on, guys, let's go.
At this point, I'm actually feeling great. I've tasted my curry, it tastes fantastic. My only concern at this stage is whether the goat's soft enough.
You're down to the wire, you have 30 seconds. Final touches, come on guys. You have 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Tools down, step away from the benches.
You've all just completed an Indian-themed invention test using the core ingredient of goat. Right, now it's time to taste.
And for the main event of the evening, Jimmy from Bombay. Come on, big boy, get down here. We're excited, come on.
It all comes down to this. It's just these three guys, and they've got that look in the eye. They want to hammer me on this. So I'm hoping this is one of the best goat curries I've ever made.
I've cooked a balti curry. I made it with a slightly parsi style, so richened it up a bit by putting some fried paneer in there, which is an Indian cheese.
What's this one?
That's pan-fried goat.
Look, Jimmy, for me, it's just like an overcooked piece of meat with a bit of spice on the outside, you know, a bit of a mistake. Yeah, I don't like it. It's dry and... But this, on the other hand, this is absolutely gorgeous. Love it. Really, really exceptional. It's great. Really, really good.
A real harmonious balance of spices. I love the paneer. It reminds me of halloumi. It's got that sort of squeakiness, and I think it's a great addition.
Thanks.
Exceptional. Well done, Jimmy.
Thanks, Stuart.
My concern is you may well have put the best curry in front of us. Your chance of winning this challenge will be stymied by that goat on this plate. Thank you, Jimmy.
Walking back, the sense of relief is there. They've tasted my food. They've given it some great comments. I'm just not confident it's going to be the one that wins it.
The person whose dish would like to taste next is Joanne.
Palak is it's spinach that is blended with only a few spices and ginger, garlic, and chilli. I'm sorry.
The meat is chewy. It's mounded with loads of spinach puree. It's not a great dish. It's not one of your best, Joanne.
I know I'm going into the bottom three. It's obvious.
Callum. I'm not that excited about eating it, I must be honest. So without decimating your dish and telling you that I really don't like it in all its little bits and pieces, I don't like it.
I'm relatively certain that I'm going to be in the bottom three today.
Next up is Jonathan.
I've decided I'm going to think positive, talk positive, and hopefully get positive remarks. That's all I'm thinking when I go up to the judges.
That is a dead set ripper dish. At the heart of it is this beautiful West Coast Mangalorean curry that's got loads of acidity, loads of curry leaf, the goat, and then those little bitter praline moments. And that's smooth, slightly icy, yogurt ice. fantastic. Great dish, great idea. That, Jonathan, is a potential winner. Well done.
Thanks. I'm stoked with the comments. I'm just buzzing, you know? Win or lose, I'm happy in this challenge.
Well done, Jonathan. That's fantastic. That's perfect.
The next person we'd like to call up is the only father in the room, Papa Dom.
I'm certain at this stage that my curry is going to be really nice. I'm actually feeling pretty confident.
That is a very heavily spiced curry, and it's raw. It's got no subtlety, and even though with a vindaloo you're expecting a good wallop of chilli, I actually don't get that wallop of chilli. So you haven't hit the mark there. You really haven't. It's not a good recipe.
The tasting and their reaction was just out of the blue, like a smack in the face.
Next up is Matthew.
I just wanted to run away. I didn't want my dish tasted.
Looks terrible. A huge amount of chili, huge amount of saffron. It's just, there's no love, absolutely no love. And I'm disappointed in you because I know you're better than that and I know you're a great cook, right? But you just need to start thinking about how you're going to translate your passion into whatever genre it is, yeah?
This curry has just pulled the wind out of my sails and I'm worried that I could be going home.
Next up to the tasting table is Courtney.
A slightly creamy eggplant and beautifully, beautifully, beautifully cooked goat. Big tick for the kulfi, big tick for your Indian souvlaki, big tick all round. Happy birthday.
Thank you. It's always nice to hear positive comments and it's nice timing on my birthday.
Please bring your dish up. Sky.
Although I have an advantage of choosing the core ingredient today, I'll just be happy to get a pass.
What I really love is the fragrance that comes out of these curry leaves when you fry them. I love the tomatoes. They've got this real sort of sweetness to it, and that little paste on top is sweet. Good job.
I'm partially relieved because I haven't been absolutely slaughtered. I'm also a little bit disappointed in myself because I feel that I could have performed better today.
Thanks, Petey.
Well, we've tasted all of your Indian-inspired dishes. We've made a decision. We've picked a winner, and of course, the 3 least impressive dishes of the day. If you're one of those unlucky 3, there is a very real chance that you're going to go home. Of course, the winner, as you all know, will get the opportunity to cook off against one of Australia's finest chefs. If you win that, you get immunity. An immunity that could save you in this competition.
An extremely hard decision to make. If I call your name, please step forward. Jonathan. Courtney. Jonathan, Courtney, you cooked the 2 best dishes of the day.
I'm really happy. I'm just so much pressure relieved and they've actually liked what I've come up with.
Look at those 2 offerings you put up at different ends of the scale. Jonathan, that wonderful, technical, intelligent, technique-driven dish. that tasted delicious. Courtney, 2 dead set, delicious, lick the bowl, come back for more, demand a second serve. Thank you very much indeed. All round great dish. Sadly, there can only be one winner. The winner is Jonathan.
The first thing that came to mind is, wow, I'm going against a celebrity chef. This is going to be awesome.
Jonathan, a magnificent win. And you prove that you do have the ability, the knowledge and the skill, not only to win an invention test, but also potentially to win this competition. Courtney, I'm sorry we couldn't give you the birthday present. We would have loved to give you a big milestone for you, not for the 30th year, but for those 2 dishes. Well done.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
Well done, Chair.
With the roses also come the thorns. We also have to name the 3 contestants who've cooked the least impressive dishes today. Dom.
I accepted that I was in the bottom 3. It's a pity, but I certainly deserved to be there. And I was just sitting there starting already to try and steel myself for whatever was going to come.
Joanne.
I'm not surprised. I deserve to be there.
Matthew.
No one wants to be in an elimination challenge because it means that there is a chance that I'll be going home tomorrow.
Callum. Hair's breadth today. You're a good cook, but you're not that good a cook. Callum and the rest of you, you're safe. You can go home.
I'm really happy to be walking out of MasterChef Kitchen as a winner. But at the same time, I'm upset to be leaving Dom, Joanne and Matthew. And Matt's my roommate, so I'm really upset that he's there.
Dominique, Joanne, Matthew, there are very clear reasons why we picked you as our bottom performers. Dominique, raw spices, heavy-handed, not really the vindaloo that we're expecting. Joanne, I think you know.
Of course I do.
No real blend of flavours between the spinach, the spices. It just didn't make sense. And Matthew, gee, it looked awful. Grey.
Terrible.
Terrible.
So tomorrow, see you here for the pressure test. Dominic, Joanne, Matthew, go home, rest up, and get ready. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Good night.
I'm not used to being in such a powerless position.
One of us is going home and it's going to be really, really tough.
I'm feeling quite drained. I just want to get home, sleep, so that tomorrow I can come back and fire on all cylinders.
Tomorrow night on MasterChef Australia.
This is it. This is your last chance.
Matthew, Dominic and Joanne face off in the pressure test.
I'm in a bit of trouble.
It's a race against the clock to keep their dream alive.
I've got so much to do.
And to recreate the best Black Forest cake.
This cake not only has to taste beautiful, but has to look gorgeous.
The reality is that one of us will be going home today.